game has been evolving.
Now, New York starting five. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hart in at the 4. And for the Grizzlies, they've got Ty Jerome. And it's Coward in at the 2 spot. Stan, the end of the season is in sight, and some teams now desperate to get into the playoffs.
And when you're in that situation, you can feel the pressure when you're on the floor and in the locker room. Those guys know they're running out of chances to get to the postseason.
Now Jerome. Pass to Hendricks. Here's the 3, and the 3-pointer goes.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Brunson. Now Towns. Bridges outside. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Pass to Bridges. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Here's Hendricks. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Back to Jerome. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Wells. And Anunoby pulls it down.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
All right, Greg, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. You talk about a high-variance team. The Grizzlies keep you guessing, Coach.
Yeah, they do. They're young, brash, a ton of talent, and at times they've seemed poised to take over the West, but it hasn't happened yet.
Now here's Jerome, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Hendricks, no good. And Towns has got the ball here for New York. Last time they met was in New York.
They really threw their weight around last time. They got to the free throw line a lot, and it helped secure the win.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
And so effective from these in-between spots. Brunson doesn't need much room to feel comfortable.
Pass to Hendricks. Fires the 3. Towns with a rebound. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Brunson. Jerome with some nice D.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Launches a 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively, 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
Jerome feeling it out a bit. Prosper banked it in off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. Well, right away, Coach shared his thoughts on Jalen Brunson. He said, quote, "He's going to get hot. That's just a fact. But the moment that happens, we hope to trap him, double him, and throw water on that fire." There you have it. Sounds like coach is hoping for the best but preparing for the worst when it comes to Brunson. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Back to Jerome. Pass to Coward. Beyond the arc. Jerome, no good. New York with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Now here's Bridges. Puts up a three. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Bridges has got 5.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Jerome drives in. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Brunson against Jerome. And time now to give some credit to the teams that have been getting after it defensively since the All-Star break. The Grizzlies 4th.
Their enthusiasm on defense since the break has been fun to watch, making plenty of trouble for the offense and reaping the rewards on the other end.
He's off on the first.
And you gotta love Jalen Brunson's mix of physical and mental skills. He's not just fast and tenacious, he's also very intelligent about how he attacks you.
Good on the second one. Here's Jerome, a 7-point spread. Outside Wells. Back to Jerome. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Right side Hart. Towns for 3. Sinks the tray. Towns has got 5 now.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Grizzlies trail by 8. And so Tomas Isolo calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Here's Coward. He's guarded by Bridges. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Unloads. Jerome, no good.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Outside Hart. Here's Brunson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. 9 points in the game.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Grizzlies trail by 10. Pass to Prosper. Brunson against Jerome. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Outside Anunoby. Here's Brunson. Towns a screen on Jerome. Lets it fly. And it's New York with another.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Here's Hendricks. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Looking to win the run. And it's New York with a rebound.
Not his best night and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
Hart passes to Brunson. Blocked! Outside Wells. Shakes him. Pass to Jerome. To the left side wing. Clock at 6. Here's Prosper. He's covered by Hart. Wing shot on the way. The shot no good.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Right side Brunson. Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Grizzlies trail by 12. Pass to Coward. Inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Outside Anunoby. Now Towns. Towns on a screen. Hart can't hit.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
And there's the screen. Releases. And the deficit down inside single digits. Jerome's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And some changes here for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Clarkson comes in for Hart, and Alvarado's subbed in for Brunson. Memphis on D, trailing by 8. Anunoby on the wing, from behind the arc. No luck on that one. Memphis has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Robinson with the block.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Clarkson passes to Anunoby. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It'll be on G.G. Jackson.
Anunoby having to deal with bodies draped on him, not giving in.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
And so he hits both.
And they've already made a lot of trips to the line.
Grizzlies trail by 10. Back to Jerome. Low block shot and stolen by Alvarado. Now here's Clarkson, guarded closely. Alvarado left side, pass to Anunoby. Clarkson outside. New York no good that time either. And the Grizzlies shooting just 38% so far in this one. And the dunk by Jackson.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T Connected cam? And it's the Knicks with the ball. After the basket by Memphis. Three-pointer, Bridges. Knocks down the long J. Bridges has got 8 points.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Pass to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Wells misses. Knicks leading by 11. Now Alvarado. He's covered by Jerome. And Alvarado gets it to go.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Prosper. No good on the triple.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Robinson passes to Alvarado. Pass to Clarkson. Launches it. And again, New York with the triple.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
1:19 left in the first. Jerome, that's good. Give him 8.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Jerome's gone 4 for 9 in field goal attempts. Alvarado outside. Now here's Clarkson. Tight defense on him. Memphis with a rebound. Jerome outside. Here's Prosper. Drops in the layup for 2. Prosper's got his second basket on the night.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Screen by Robinson. Here's Alvarado. And again, New York with the triple.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Wells. Here's Jerome. Gets the 3 to fall. Jerome's got 11 points.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
And here's Clarkson. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
And so it's New York, up 15 points as this quarter concludes. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard and they are physical.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. We've got Mitchell Robinson. Landry Shamet is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Alvarado in at the point. Shot clock at 3, and it's Rupert missing. And Towns has got the ball here for the Knicks. When this one's over, they'll be off to Charlotte as they take on the Hornets. That'll be the second game of a 5-game road trip. Double team on Towns. The steal! And we played through the first minute here in the second. Back to Gibson. Here's Rupert. Yet to see a basket. Kept alive. Oh, a nice shot by Gibson.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Clarkson for three. The rebound by Jackson.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Entering the NBA at just 19 years of age, Gigi Jackson has such a bright future, Coach.
Well, Brian, he was scoring 15 a game as such a young rookie. He is a scoring 6'9" wing, and I think Jackson will grow in this league. To me, it's about getting consistent with the jumper for Gigi. It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. So Tuomas Isalos decided to call time out here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
All right, everyone. It's that time. Get up and get
All right, here now, the league's top rebounders over the previous 10 games as we bring you the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Third is Karl Anthony Towns.
Over these last 10 games, this guy has owned the boards, playing so well as of late.
Jackson against Towns. Jackson, the pass to Jerome. Jackson with a screen on Clarkson. 5 on the clock. Drains the triple.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Knicks leading by 10. Towns, a screen on Jerome. Now here's Alvarado. He's covered by Jerome. And Alvarado gets it to go.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you gotta love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Here's Coward. Still without a bucket. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Jerome. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits.
A nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Clarkson passes to Towns. And the Knicks, another three.
Well, when it comes to big men, you're not going to find a better catch-and-shoot option than Cat.
Pass to Coward. Jackson outside. Fires for three. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. For the Knicks, Anunoby. He's checked in for Shamet. Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. Knicks leading by 12. Robinson, a screen on Jerome. Brunson passes to Robinson. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Robinson's got his first points of the game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Jackson. Fires the three. And it's New York with a rebound. Left side Brunson. Got a piece of it. Jackson, pass to Jerome. Back to Jackson. For three. No good. That's his third miss out of 5 attempts. For New York, they've gone 4 for 7 in the 2nd quarter. And there's Towns on the assist from Robinson. 4 for 7 for New York. 4 for 7 for New York. And there's Towns on the assist from Robinson. 4 for 7 for New York. 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 4 Towns has got 10 points in the game.
Excellent work by Towns, refusing to let the contact throw him off balance.
Pass to Jackson. And there's a pick. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Here's Brunson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. And when a team is able to play different ways with lineup versatility, how valuable is that to you as a coach?
Well, look, B.A., the best teams simply have to be able to win in different ways. They've got to be able to win with their offense, win with their defense. They've got to be able to win in an up-tempo game. They've got to be able to win in a grinded-out half-court game. If you've only got one way you can win, the best opponents will be able to take that away. Versatility is a must.
Now here's Jerome. 17 points for him last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Pass to Coward. Jerome, left side. To win the run. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Now Brunson. Anunoby finds Towns. Double team on Towns. Out to Bridges. From outside the arc. Drills it from deep. 11 points in the game.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Let's turn up the noise.
And let's look at the Western Conference standings as the playoffs approach. You look at the Grizzlies, a really frustrating season for them. They're looking forward to the draft.
Right now for the Grizzlies, they know what this month is all about for them. They just have to be aggressive and punch their ticket for the play-in. But that could be easier said than done.
And so it's Memphis with it. To the middle. Here's Prosper. Right wing. Pass to Jackson. 5 to shoot. To get back on track. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Now it's Hart. And here's Brunson from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Jackson outside. Here's Prosper. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Prosper's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Now here's Brunson. 32 points for him last game against New Orleans.
Yeah, he did a great job attacking the defense and getting to the line. That kind of aggression goes a long way. So graceful with the teardrop.
A challenging stretch here for Memphis. Pass to Coward. Back to Jerome. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Out to the wing. Jackson outside. Jerome outside. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Wells is checked in for Memphis. And a switch here also for New York. Robinson's checked in. Brunson with it. He's got 17. Bridges outside. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Bridges has got 13.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Coward. He's scoreless, and it's good. 2 points.
Simple. The closer you are to the hoop, the better your chance to score.
Memphis shooting their first foul shot of the night. Well, Stan, now that we've had the coaches' challenges for a few seasons now, what do you think about them?
Well, B.A., I'm probably in the minority. I don't really like them. I think they slow down the flow of the game. And look, across all sports, mistakes are part of the game. Players' mistakes, coaches' mistakes, and referees' mistakes. Let's just live with them and keep the game moving.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, hard. He's perfect from the line this time.
And they're now upwards of 80% from the line, a step up from their foul shooting in the first quarter.
Pass to Wells. Back to Jerome. Hart pulls it in.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Now here's Bridges. He's covered by Jerome. 4-3. And Bridges good for 3. Bridges has got 16 points now.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
There's a screen. Jerome outside. Pass to Prosper. 6 to shoot. Here's Coward. Three-pointer. And Anunoby pulls it down. It's Bridges on the wing. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
He's going off this quarter, a huge reason why this team is on top.
Now Jerome. 11 points in the game. Can they get it? And the basket by Prosper. Prosper's got 6 here in the quarter.
After hitting 0 threes in the first half, he's got a couple now. You can see the confidence building.
Now here's Bridges. A 14-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
You got to appreciate the way they're working the ball inside this quarter. They're trying to impose their will physically.
5 attempts for him at the line tonight. He's made 3.
Yeah, just really struggling to find his stroke at the line thus far.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. The Grizzlies shooting just around 41% in the second.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
.136 left in the second. Let's go with a 3. And out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. All right, here's a look at the schedule for the Memphis Grizzlies. On Wednesday, they'll take on Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
Here's Coward, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Memphis shooting their second and third shots at the line here. First free throw is good. Good on both.
And he didn't go to the line once in the first half. But now he's figuring out how to draw contact and get himself to the line.
Now here's Brunson. 19 points in the game. 1:07 left in the second period. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Down low. And Hendricks gets it to go. Hendricks has got 7 points.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
Brunson passes to Bridges. Back to Brunson. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of this one. Got it.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And the Grizzlies shooting the rock well at 46%. Pass to Coward. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Here's Hendricks. He's covered by Hart. And here's Jerome. Just 5 to shoot. They set the pick from the arc. It's hauled in by Jalen Brunson. For 3, Bridges. No good. Would have counted had it gone. It's been all about Jalen that quarter. His total for the night to 23. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. So stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Carl.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Number one goal in the offseason, get yourself some rim protectors. The guys you have cannot do it.
And credit their opponent for relentlessly exploiting that here. And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
Well, I think for Memphis, the end is near. Couldn't put things together in time. They've had a couple of good games, but they couldn't sustain the momentum. They're in rebuild territory, which ain't always pretty.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
And New York shooting at a fantastic 68% from the floor. We've got Jalen Wells, and it's Coward in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Towns looking for an opening. Back to Brunson. Lets it go from deep. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
3 points.
Towns has got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Wells. Back to Jerome. Pass to Coward. Out left to the wing. Jerome outside. Memphis needs to get off a shot. There's the triple. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And the Grizzlies shooting around 44%. Not bad. And Hendricks gets it to go.
Yeah, he's looking to get on a roll here to start the second half.
Well, that's how to start the second half strong. Going right at the rim and building some positive momentum.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Josh Hart is great at moving off ball, and he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants ISO. Some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut. Back to you, BA.
Thank you, Allie. Now here's Jerome. And stolen by Brunson. Towns down low. He's got 12. And that one's good, Brunson.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Brunson against Jerome. To the paint. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Hart. Pass to Brunson. Back to Hart. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Hendricks has got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Jerome. Outside Wells. Back to Jerome. Here's Coward. He's got 5. Here's the pick. The 3. Hart pulls it in. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. That one's good for 2. Brunson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Jerome outside. Here's Prosper. He drops it from range. Prosper's got 15 points.
The name of the game isn't scoring, it's scoring efficiency.
Brunson finds Hart. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Brunson got it. Good job in the low post. Brunson's got 34 points.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Jerome outside. Up and in on the layup. He's got 13.
And the advantage he has is clear. Just taking what the defense gives him right there.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And you have to talk about the passing, too. I mean, the ball has been zipping around on the offense, and they've kept the extra pass mentality the whole way.
Memphis is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's Coward. He's got 5. There's the 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Outside Brunson. Pass to Bridges. Takes a 3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Bridges has got 21.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Here's Hendricks. He's got 9. Shot clock at 6. From deep. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Brunson passes to Anunoby. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
1 shot.
And that one misses.
Yeah, what you love about Anunoby is his toughness and work ethic. When he's out there, he's going to play hard every second.
Some nice ball movement by Memphis. And here's Jerome. He's got 13. They need this. Wells misses.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Towns passes to Brunson. Shot blocked! It's Wells on the wing. Here's Coward. He's got 5. Jerome outside. From downtown, fires in the triple. Jerome's got 16 points now.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Outside Hart. Towns outside. Brunson against Jerome. New York, no good that time either. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Mikal Bridges. Memphis shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. So New York ends up going with a whole new group. And that's good as he hits both shots. New York has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Clarkson passes to Robinson. New York again can't hit. Well, Memphis shooting pretty well at 45%. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 5.
Can't argue with a chance like that. Give me more of those.
Now here's Clarkson. He's got 6. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. Clarkson's got 8 points.
Coming off the pick. Clarkson varies his pace to lose defenders.
Here's Hendricks. He's got 9. Hits the trifecta.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Now here's Robinson. Pass to Clarkson. Here's Alvarado. That three's off the mark. And here's Memphis. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Smooth sailing for New York. Here's Clarkson. Pass to Shaman. And here's Robinson. Robbed. And now Memphis on the break. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now. Alvarado outside. Robinson finds Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Clarkson's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, that's a nimble move by Clarkson, allowing him to work around that contact.
Pass to Coward. Here's Prosper. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 ball to go. Prosper's got 20.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Here's Alvarado, and he drops it in from the low post.
He's not the quickest guy out there, but he can outsmart you and outwork you.
Pass to Coward. Here's Hendricks. Takes the 3. The Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got his 5th rebound in this one. New York has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. The 3 is up. It's Shamet on the wing. No good from outside.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And here's Memphis now. They're on a 15-6 run. Prosper, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass. 22 points for him.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
Robinson finds Clarkson. Screen by Robinson. Inside. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Well, from the sidelines, their coach was calling out the mismatch, and they executed.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Sohan's checked in for New York. And since the All-Star break, these are the teams that have ramped up their defense. The Grizzlies in 5th.
As the season goes on, their defenders have only gotten more confidence, eagerly attacking the ball handlers and being as disruptive as possible.
And Memphis shooting an excellent rate of 56% on the third quarter. Pass to Jackson. There's a screen. Lets the 3 fly. Drops in the 3. Jackson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Alvarado outside. Clarkson for 3. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Jackson outside. 11 feet out. Clarkson grabs a miss. And here are the Knicks. Screen by Robinson. Lets it fly. And it's Clarkson missing. And the Grizzlies shooting the ball at 48% so far.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Pass to Sohan. Oh, and Jackson Brunson with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. McPorty's checked in for Sohan.
Number 55, Ariel McCourt.
It's Shamet on the wing. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Shamet's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to fall from beyond the arc. Jackson outside. Jerome left side. Back to Jackson. Fires from deep. Counted from distance. Jackson's got 11 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's New York, firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter ends. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More 2K action in just a moment. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th, Jordan Clarkson is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then there's Mitchell Robinson, and then it's Landry Shamet, and it's Daje in at the 4. To the inside. And that one drops for him. Daje's got his first 2 points of the night.
A true team player. Clarkson will connect other teammates to the ball if they get open.
Jackson outside. Screen by Gibson. It's Jackson, high post. 4 on the clock. Jerome, no good. And here are the Knicks. Pass to Alvarado. And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. Here's Robinson. It's Shamet on the wing. Tries yet again. And there's a nice layup by Robinson.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
For New York, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. Outside Robinson. Here's Daje. The 3 ball. Offensive board. Clarkson outside. 6 on the shot clock. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
Now here's Gibson. Jackson outside. Pass to Jerome. The 3. Sinks it from distance. Jerome's got 19 points.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, his 2nd since halftime.
And here's Robinson. Now, Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
And they recover it. Pass to Clarkson. Another shot. Counted. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
Coming out of the half, making a commitment to the offensive boards has proven successful.
Now here's Jackson. Screen by Gibson. Jackson down low. And it's New York with a rebound. Down low. Oh, they pick off the pass. Jerome on the wing. Soft touch off the glass. Jerome's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Jerome. Robinson with it. Pass to Alvarado. Robinson, a screen on Jerome. Here's Alvarado. Jerome grabs the miss.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
And the basket by Rupert.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
Now Clarkson. Screen by Robinson. Three-pointer. Tries again. And the layup is good. And that's a double-double for him now. For Memphis, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Jackson outside. Screen by Gibson. Jackson down low. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got 10 points in just the second half.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Robinson, a screen on Jerome. On the wing, Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Second chance effort. No good there. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to Jerome. And here's Gibson. And it's New York with a rebound. Alvarado outside from downtown, and the basket by Shaman.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
And for most NBA teams, the draft is the best path to acquiring an NBA superstar. But it's not enough to get that high pick. You've got to get that one right, Stan.
Absolutely, B.A. And look, some of them are easy. Some of the top picks just stand out, and they're really, really easy. But some of them are very, very difficult, and especially as you move down even to the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th picks. And the guys that hit on those are the guys that end up with the stars.
Now here's Clarkson. It's Robinson, high post.
Memphis foul. Paul Gibson. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson, taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. New York making a switch here. That one misses. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Well, it's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And with top college players now getting big money NIL deals, the choice between that and entering the NBA draft has become a tough one, Stan.
Absolutely, DA. Look, I think it's been great for both the NBA and for the colleges for guys to stick around, because the top guys are still going to come out. The guys who are going to be your top 10 picks, your lottery guys, they're going to come out. But the other guys who have nothing as guaranteed, they're going to choose to stay longer and develop.
Here's Kolek. To the middle. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Grizzlies ball.
Now here's Wells. Pass to Prosper. Now Jerome. Here's Hendricks. 6 to shoot. Here's Wells. Pure from three-point range.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Robinson. Clarkson passes to Robinson. Out to the right wing. Jacks up a 3. Jerome grabs the miss. Jerome's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Coward. Back to Jerome. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Defensive foul.
And they tell players, your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less grant.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy. You know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Huckporty comes in for Robinson, and it's Shamet in for Alvarado. The Knicks have gotten 7 of 16 attempts to drop since the start of the fourth. Pass to Clarkson. Pulls up. New York, no good that time either. The Grizzlies have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far here in the fourth quarter. Oh, sweet move. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Grizzlies, Hendricks. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw no good. New York making a switch here. Alvarado's checked in. And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
Here's Sohan. And they say that leadership starts at the top, Stan. How does great ownership and the front office permeate an organization?
Well, you're absolutely right, DA. Leadership starts at the top. And the best owners in this league go out and get great people, and then they empower them. They don't micromanage. They get people to work and use their expertise to build the organization.
And he drops the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Memphis has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Now here's Jerome. The D's right on him. Pass to Wells. Clock at 6. Here's Prosper from the arc. On target from range. Prosper's got 15 points here in the second half.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions, and defensively, they need stops.
Here's Kolek. Clarkson outside. Pass to Kolek. The 3. Buries it from 3. Kolek's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, you can't give a shooter that kind of look on the perimeter. I don't care who it is.
Here's Hendricks. Stan, I have to ask, how important is it to have a big man in today's NBA?
That is a great question, B.A. And look, things have really changed. We went from big, strong guys in the league and centered our game around those guys to then people wanted to play small ball and be more skilled. But now what everybody's figured out is we can get that same skill from bigger guys, and bigger and better is better than smaller and better.
Now here's Jerome. And the shot's good. Jerome's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Knicks.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And when we look at their record, this game pushes them to 49 wins.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jalen Brunson.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
The first free throw is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting 5.
And, you know, I think I'll go with 2 of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Smooth sailing for New York. There's 37 seconds left in the game. Here's Kolek. He's covered by Jerome. Inside. Robinson gets the bucket.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Outside Wells. There's the triple. Clarkson grabs a miss. Here's Kolek. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.